guys, I'm Jessie, and today I am doing another book tag. I decided to do the Cosmere Book Tag. Nobody tagged me, but since I'm doing so much Cosmere stuff this year with the Crab Along and then with co-hosting the Chartathon Readathon, I decided that this would be a really perfect tag to put up because I am just kind of deep in the Cosmere this year and wanted to do a tag relevant to that. I will have the original linked down below. It is from a smaller channel called Read and Find Out, and I just discovered their channel the other day. It's so good, so go check them out. They are linked below. The first question is Elantris, a book or series where the magic fails its people. And this one was kind of hard to come up with, but I'm thinking a darker shade of magic, because while that's one of my favorite series, the magic really does kind of fail its people in more than one way. And I think it's really cool to see that, like how the magic fails certain people and not others. And I really recommend picking up a darker shade of magic series if you haven't read it already. The next one is Mistborn, your favorite ragtag gang. And I guess I am gonna try not to pick the gang from Mistborn because that would really fit this question really well. So I am gonna go with the Psych from the Poppy War series. I love them. They are just my favorite little group, and I just want to mother them all. Like, I love them so much. The next question is Warbreaker, a book with an interesting family dynamic, and I am gonna go with Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang. That is one of my favorite books, and I absolutely love the family dynamic in it. I love our mother character Misaki, and then her son Mamoru, and the husband, and then there's other little kids. Like, it is just a very complex family, and I just love the journey that this family goes on, and highly recommend picking it up. Like, Misaki is my absolute favorite character, so definitely get to that one. The next question is Stormlight Archive, the biggest book you've read and the biggest book on your TBR. Honestly, it is the Stormlight books. The biggest book on my TBR is Oathbringer. I need to get to that soon, and I will be with the Crab Along. And then probably the biggest book I've read is it's gotta be Words of Radiance, because I don't think I've really read a book bigger than that. How big is The Count of Monte Cristo? That was a big one, but I don't think it was as big. And then I never finished Les Mis. So yeah, that's what we're going with. All right, the next one is Alloy Era, a series continuation, either a prequel or a sequel, that you didn't like as much as the original. Which makes me sad because I did really like the Alloy Era. I like Wild West Mistborn, like steampunk, Wild West Mistborn, yes. Era 2. I haven't read very many continuations or prequels. I've been putting off reading the sequel series to Shatter Me. I really, really loved the first 3 books when I read them, but it was so long ago. I read them like when they came out, and I'm really nervous to read the 3 new ones because, like, I don't want it to ruin my experience with the first ones, and like I don't want to hate them, but I don't know. I can't think of one. Like, I absolutely refuse to read The Cursed Child. Does that count? That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for y'all. The next one is White Sand, an underdog that you root for. Ooh, I love an underdog, y'all. It was like, I don't know if we're talking about a character that's an underdog or like an underrated book. If it's like an underrated book, I'm gonna go with Fireborn by Rosaria Munda. It's such a good series. I'm about to read the sequel. Like, it's underhyped. It needs more love. Like, that's kind of like the book version of being an underdog that I'm rooting for. So there's that one. And I mean, honestly, the character in that, the girl character. So Annie from Fireborn is also like an underdog character that I really root for. Like, I absolutely love her. I want the world for her. Like, I just want her to win at everything. So Yeah, Fireborn or Annie from Fireborn, depending on how we're translating this question. The next one is Arcanum Unbound. Your favorite anthology or like group of short stories. I don't read a lot of short stories, but as a child, I really loved Aesop's Fables, and they are still one of my favorites. They're my favorites to read like with my kids. So we're gonna go with Aesop's Fables for this. The next one is Investiture, the coolest magic system. I mean, I really love the Mistborn magic system, but if we're going outside of Cosmere, I love the magic system in the 5th season. It is based in real science, which absolutely is something I love all the time. And I just think it is so well done. It's such a cool balance between sci-fi and fantasy. Like, it is literally sci-fantasy. And I just think N.K. Jemisin did a fantastic job on the magic system within the Broken Earth series. The next one is Shadesmar, a book with alternate realms. Ooh. I can think of 2 that I really love. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, and then also Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. Both of those books I absolutely love. Highly recommend. Space Between Worlds is like interdimensional travel between different worlds, and then Dark Matter is more like multiverse. Like, they're slightly different in the way they are put forward, and the way like the science behind the time travel and interdimensional travel works, but they are both kind of like multiversey, and I love them so much. If you have not read either one of them, you should, because you're missing out. The next one is Who Do You Tag? I don't know who hasn't done this, but I'm gonna tag all of my co-hosts from the Cosmere Crab-Along. So that is Books Before Death, Sphinx Reads, Coffee Over Apples, Max, and Katrina. And then I'm gonna tag my co-host from the Shardathon, that is Sophia's Thoughts, and Angela from Literature Science Alliance, and then Joanna Stormblast. So I'll leave their channel down below, as well as the original for this. And if you want to join in on any of the readathons that I'm doing, I will leave the information for the Cosmere Crab-Along as well as the Shardathon down below for you. And as always, I also have the links to my Patreon as well as my Discord down below if you want to check any of that out. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. This has been a blast, and I can't wait to talk to you guys again soon. Bye.